نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Inshallah, in today's lesson we learn about the third property of noun, which is status. What is status? Status has to do with the role an ism or a noun plays in a sentence. In Arabic, an ism can have one of the three statuses. Number one, the status of the doer. Number two, the detail. Number three, after of. We'll try to understand one status at a time. Doer being the first of the status, we'll try to understand who is a doer. Doer can be a person or a thing who does some action. Let's look into some examples. I ate too much chocolate. The action in this sentence is of eating. Who did that action? I. So I is the doer. My tooth started hurting. Hurting is the action which is done by tooth. So tooth is the doer in this sentence. The dentist gave me a filling. In this sentence, dentist is the doer. Let's find doer in these sentences. Allah created the earth. Allah did the act of creation, so Allah is the doer. The messenger of Allah taught his companion. The messenger is the doer because he's the one who taught his companions. The Imam led the prayer, and Imam is the doer. So from now, whenever we'll find a doer, we'll be calling the doer as rafa. That is our first status. Let's say it 5 times. Rafa, 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 rafa. These were the sentences we looked in, and all red-colored words are the doer. Rafa. I, tooth, dentist, Allah, messenger, and Imam. They all are rafa. Now you know who a doer is. Let's look into details. To understand what a detail could be in a sentence, let's analyze this sentence. I ate an apple outside yesterday quickly out of hunger. Our first job is to find the action. The action is ate. Who did the action? I. So I am the doer, which is rafa. I can ask you many questions about the action in this sentence, which is eating. For example, I can ask you, what did you eat? You'll answer, I ate an apple. If I ask you, where did you eat? You'll answer, I ate outside, which is a detail. I can ask you, when did you eat? You'll answer, I ate it yesterday, which is another detail. I can ask you, how did you eat it? You'll say, I ate it quickly, another detail about how you ate. I can ask you, why did you eat? And you'll answer, I ate because of hunger, which is another detail about the action. So details could be answered to any of these questions. When did it happen? How did it happen? Why did it happen? Where did it happen? Who did it happen to? These are all details. So from now on, whenever you'll find a detail, you'll call it nasb. Repeat it 5 times with me. Nasb, 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 nasb. Let's find rafa and nasb in these sentences. Allah created the earth. Allah is the doer because He created. What did He create is a detail. The earth is nasb. So Allah is rafa and earth is nasb. The messenger of Allah taught his companions. The messenger is rafa because he did the action of teaching. And whom did he teach to? companions. So companions will be nasp, the details. The Imam led the prayer. The Imam is the doer of the action, so he is rafa. He led what? He led the prayer. So prayer is the detail, which is nasp. To refresh what we just learned, what is rafa and nasp? Rafa is the doer of the act, and nasp is the detail about the act. Now the third status, after of. The word that you'll find after of will be our third status. Let's look into some of the examples. The house of Allah. The word Allah here is our third status. The religion of Islam. Islam is coming right after of. The son of Abdullah. Abdullah is coming right after of. So from now on, whenever you'll find a word after of, you'll call it jar, which is our third status. Let's say it 5 times. Jar, 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 jar. There's one thing tricky in English when you're trying to look for the word after of. I can say Allah's house instead of house of Allah, or I can even say Abdullah's son instead of son of Abdullah. So you'll not always find of, but be smart enough to recognize that there is a hidden of in Allah's house. So in this example, the word Allah is still jar, and in the word Abdullah's son, Abdullah is still jar. Let's find rafa, nasb, and jar in this sentence. The messenger of Allah taught his companion. What is the action in this sentence? Taught. Who taught it? The messenger. So the messenger is the doer, so he's rafa. Now you see an of. So the word after of is Allah, which is jar in this sentence. His companions. It can be written in 2 ways. Companions of his, which means his is jar. Companions is nasb because it's a detail which answers a question, whom did the messenger taught? So companion is the nasb. So this is the third property of noun, status. There are 3 statuses. Number 1, rafa. Number 2, nasb. Number 3, jar. Analyze this small paragraph. The words marked in red are rafa. Words underlined are nasb. And words in yellow color are jar. I also have these homeworks for you. And these homeworks are a must if you want to progress in learning Arabic. If you have benefited from this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any question, do mention them in the comments. I'll definitely answer them. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.